So you've finally taken the plunge and got yourself a gimbal. Now you've probably mastered all the moves handheld using your iPhone, but you want to take your filmmaking to the next level. The gimbal is the next step in your journey. I bet you're asking yourself, how can I get the best footage using this thing right here? Well, I've got 8, that's right, 8 gimbal moves that's gonna take your filmmaking to the next level. Let's do this! What is going on, everyone? I'm Anil, and today I've got 8 basic gimbal moves that you can use with your iPhone or any smartphone that's gonna take your filmmaking to the next level. Now these are basic moves. We're not gonna do anything too advanced. I'm gonna save that for another video. Now in today's video, I'm gonna be using the DJI OM4 Gimbal paired up with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's important to remember though, that you don't need to have this combination to master these moves. You can use any gimbal and any iPhone. You can use any smartphone in fact, and you can master these moves. Also, as I'm focused on the gimbal today and keeping it simple, basic moves, I'm going to be using the standard camera app. So let's jump into these moves. So guys, a few weeks ago, I took the family up to the Peak District here in the UK. We went to visit Peveril Castle, and this castle was amazing. On top of the hill, it was the perfect opportunity to get my gimbal out and shoot some footage. So before we get started, just a couple of tips for you guys. I mentioned to you earlier that I'm using a standard camera. I'm also going to be filming in 4K at 60 frames per second. I've chosen 60 frames per second because the footage that I'm filming at the castle is going to be slowed down to get that cinematic look. I'm also going to be using the ultra wide lens on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. If you don't have the ultra wide, just use the widest lens available on your iPhone. Okay, finally, I go through this in all of my tutorial videos, especially when using the standard camera app. Make sure that you tap and hold on the screen to lock your focus and exposure. You need to make sure that your focus is locked onto the subject, but also you need to make sure that your exposure doesn't change as you're making these moves. It's going to make it look so much more professional. Right, that's enough of the tips. Let's get to the good stuff. Right, the first shot is what I call a crane shot. Now this is perfect for establishing the scene. I use this in all of my tutorials because I just love opening my sequences with a good crane shot. With the castle being the main subject of focus in my tutorial today, the crane shot is gonna be awesome. So now you're using the gimbal so you can be a little bit adventurous with where you do your shots. You wanna get low, make the most of your foreground because you wanna get some depth in your shot. Once you're ready and you're set, you just push up. Hold the gimbal steady, push up like a crane. Yeah, there you go. Now before we get into the second move, please guys, if you like the content, hit the like button. Also, consider subscribing if you like the channel. With all that out of the way, let's get into the next gimbal move. Right, the next move is the push forward shot. Now this can also be used as an establishing shot. Sometimes I might use it, but I like to use it as a follow-on to my establishing shot. So I'm craned up, but now I'm pushing towards the subject. Getting some movement towards the castle this early in the scene is going to set up the story. Start by framing your shot, then slowly push forward, holding the gimbal steady. Now you want to walk heel to toe. The ninja walk, come on, you've seen it in some of my other videos, okay? The ninja walk, you're gonna look stupid, but don't worry what everyone's thinking. You want to get that awesome shot. Okay, number 3, the third shot is the slider reveal shot. This shot works best when you have great foreground that you can hide behind and then just slide across and get that reveal. So here I'm making sure that I'm all steady. Focus should already be locked onto the castle. Get behind your foreground and then slide, revealing that castle for an awesome shot. So guys, it's always a great idea, okay, to take footage of the surroundings. It's all good getting lots of footage of your subject, in my case, the castle. But if you want to tell that story, you got to capture stuff around the castle as well. And that's what we're going to do in this next shot. So this next shot I call the underslung low push forward. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one. And this is so easy to do. All you need to do is just flip your gimbal around. Now, if you're using the DJI OM4, the phone will automatically adjust to the angle. Get low, steady yourself, lock your focus and exposure, and then just push forward through the foreground. You're going to get this amazing effect. And I know you're going to have to get low, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Now the next shot is going to be slightly more complicated because there's two movements involved. And I call this shot the push forward and tilt. So it's very similar to the push forward shot we did earlier, with the only difference being a slight tilt up as you get closer to the subject. This shot works really well if your subject is really high and it's immersive and you want to really show that height and depth. So you want to get quite close to your subject if you can. Again, slowly push forward, heel to toe, like a ninja. So as you get closer to your subject, slowly tilt up. There you go. Okay, the next shot is the fly through shot. This shot works really well if you've got a really interesting frame that you can push through or fly through it. Now I was quite lucky when I got inside of this castle. I saw this window frame and it's great little surroundings outside, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do the fly through push shot. So you wanna keep very steady on this one. Slowly push through the frame. In my case here, it's a window. You wanna get right through it to make it look like you're flying through that window. Right, the next shot, the fake drone shot. Again, take advantage of the surroundings in your scene. This castle's on top of the hill, so it was a perfect opportunity to come up with a fake drone shot. Find an edge, make sure it's safe, you don't want to fall off, and simply just push through and over the edge. But be careful, you don't want to lose your brand new gimbal over the cliff, do you? Oh man, that hurts so much. Right guys, the final shot is the pull backwards shot. That's the final shot, it's the ending shot, and it's a simple one. It's perfect for finishing off any sequence. It's simple and easy to do. Grip your gimbal and slowly walk backwards. You know, make sure it's clear behind you, man. Don't be bumping into people or falling over any rocks. So that's it guys, that's 8 basic moves that you can do with your iPhone using your gimbal, and you can create some awesome video. Let's put all that footage together, put on some color grade, some music, and let's see the results. That's it guys, I hope you found this video useful and you're gonna go out now and practice these moves. Drop a comment below, let me know how you get on, and also if you want to see more content, please check out these other videos, alright? I'll see you next time.